Hi, my name is Leslie Berssenbruegge, and this is my video presentation about the Step 2 of the Strategic Planning Framework, Building Capacity. The logistics of building a strong capacity for community awareness and support may be more simple than people believe. For the past few years, living in the greater Cincinnati area, the media has focused on stories involving the increase in fentanyl and carfentanil that is found in heroin that people buy off the street. Most of the coverage is negative, stories involving children who are abandoned when their parents overdose, or people driving under the influence of heroin and causing accidents. The tragic stories that are portrayed by the media are causing an uprising in the community. People saying things like they should just stop or they deserve to die as addicts. Those opinions limit the ability to reach a level of intervention that is necessary to make changes in our community. Addicts aside, other people, including children and other motorists, are at risk when people are not viewed as capable of change. A solid foundation for structures that build capacity is worth the time and effort to develop. In the first stage of the SPF, the Strategic Planning Framework, assessment is discussed as the key to gathering important information, almost as if gathering ammunition for battle. In the second stage, planning shifts more to the strategic placement of structures and relationships. A committee or organization that focuses on how to implement awareness and enlighten community members would be a staple in this stage. The SAMHSA website offers valuable tips for implementing this important foundation. Leaders who are capable of engaging others and communicating the importance of building capacity will be critical in this stage. Building and maintaining motivation can help ensure consistency and follow-through in the surmountable task of getting others involved. It is possible. For instance, educating about addiction, how it works, and subsiding the controversial topic of whether or not an addict can stop on their own free will prepares people to stop focusing on the problem and move toward more solution-focused strategies. Having ambassadors who reach out to existing programs and organizations to rally them as a team will help combine resources and move forward in a unified fashion. If the current resources that exist in a community were to combine forces, resources, and knowledge, they might be more effective in general. Our motto in the current treatment center that I work in is, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." If all of the organizations in the greater Cincinnati area were to collaborate, the end result of prevention and education could potentially have a positive impact on the community. Having a common goal with many different objectives would be an effective way to implement change. A proposal meeting or event in which all existing organizations are invited to join in a collaborative effort against the heroin epidemic could be advantageous to everybody involved. Gathering ideas, networking, and implementing new strategies would definitely be worth the time and effort of such an event. Often, having a singular perspective on an issue can be detrimental to the process. If we gain insight from each other, we could be better prepared to open new ways of thinking and look at the problem from a fresh perspective. Developing and preparing the prevention workforce will involve many different members. Again, perspective is crucial, so having more than one person in charge of delegating tasks will be helpful in eliminating underdeveloped plans. Some of the different areas that would be helpful in establishing a committable program would be including physicians, emergency response teams, law enforcement, and along with referrals to local treatment centers. Often, the disconnect between community resources is a lack of knowledge about what's out there, or a lack of collaboration. There are organizations that offer case management services as well as insurance companies that can be helpful in getting people the information they need to seek help. The current laws and regulations that exist with HIPAA and CFR 42 protect confidentiality and could be expanded to public law enforcement as well. Good Samaritan laws offer protection for people who try and help when something goes wrong. The same type of protection could be expanded to include law enforcement and medical teams. In my opinion, one of the most effective ways to improve development and preparation efforts is communication. Having meetings, opening discussion about different prevention ideas, gaining new perspective from others in the field are all important factors that can positively impact our ability to make a difference in the community. The goal would be to become a household name, something that is talked about enough that it becomes a realistic goal for the entire community. Thank you for listening.